Yes, the kid, man. It's the child. It's the child. It's the child. Yes, look, I'm still. Don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed. I'm still trying to just figure out the heating. At my crib. You know, one of my many cribs around, man. So, the electrician. I've tried to call him or text him. I'm trying to say what's up. That your boy is in Nigerian and he can't be freezing his balls off. But hopefully that'll be true. Vids are uploaded. We're going in for a late one tonight. We're going in for a real damn late one tonight. But vids are currently uploading right now. As we speak, the Tottenham West Ham vid should drop. So by the time this stream ends, that Tottenham West Ham vid is going to drop. And then Liverpool Palace is going to drop, and then Real Madrid Sociedad is going to drop. So we're all going to drop, baby. We're all going to drop. Yo, what up, baby? What up? Yeah. Milko. What up, baby? It's the kid, man. So, but this is an open Q&A. It's an open Q&A. Whatever questions you want, roll them in. Super chats will be very much cool. Roll them in, man. Remember, man, support your boy. Become a Patreon, man. Patreon is how you keep this whole half of football hot running through. Shout out to my 19 patrons. Shout out to all those 19 patrons who have patronized, who have pledged. Shout out to your boys, man. No, it's true. Man. Oh, my thumbnail. Oh, yeah. I need to post a thumbnail, isn't it? Wait, how? Oh no, I can't. Oh no, sorry. It's too late to post a thumbnail. Damn, screw it. So yeah, apparently, Dortmund drew. Sharon drew. Yo, young woman. Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Young one. He's a patron member. Young one, man. So support your boy in there. So apparently, Dortmund are a bunch of losers. That's what I hear. Apparently, Dortmund are a bunch of losers. Apparently, they were 2-0 down, 3-0 down. So I don't give it down that they drew 3-3. I'm done with Dortmund. They are losers. That badge is going under review. That badge 100% is going under review. Actually, let me see how long we have till this Tottenham thing. Oh, okay, cool. It's going on to YouTube now. All right, so the Tottenham West Ham one is coming onto YouTube pretty soon right now. So remember, if you're a $10 or higher Patreon dude, I will be doing my Lens features, so instant live reactions during the game on the Patreon Lens feature. So watch for that throughout the whole flipping day, man. No. I mean, Favre is the guy's a clown. Like, this guy has proven that he's a clown. Yet, like, you prove yourself as a manager when you can ride when the going gets tough. You're not that dude when you can ride when everything is all nice and daisy. It's when things are tough. Can you still pull your team through? Can you still find a way to win? And this guy can't. This guy just is stuck to one philosophy and is a slave to one philosophy, and that's it. So if I'm Dortmund, you see, if you're Dortmund and you're like, oh my gosh, 3-0, 3-3, now we can do something. If you're thinking on that level, you're a bunch of clowns. You're a bunch of complete and utter flipping clowns. Because Dortmund should be like, you know what? Screw these dudes. Screw these flipping dudes. Speaking of which, man, I'm sorry, man, I've got to be real, man. Shout out to my Ghanaian people. I was walking through the streets, just be seeing what this area is like that my crib is at. Lo and behold, I found an African restaurant run by Ghanaians. I was like, wow, and they had everything. They had what was it called? They had yam powder, they had gari, everything. They had all the different spices and everything, powders. They had super malt Guinness. I was like, my God, what are the chances? There's actually an African restaurant near me. Amazing, absolutely amazing, man. I don't give a damn whether he received a draw. At least that's just rude. Bro, come on, bro. Why? 5-0 at halftime, really? So are we really going to roll like this? Are we really going to look at this after everything your boy has done? You're rolling like that. Come on, bro. Do better. Be better. Do better. Do better. Be better. Be better. So, guys, roll me questions, man. Send in those cues, man. Send in those cues. Yeah, look, I said again, look, Hazard is going to the fat camp and everything. It's hard to happen, but I do believe that once he succeeds in the fat camp, I think Zad is going to ride. Because I said people, Zad is tier 1 borderline chief ogre. Eden Hazard is a tier 2, tier 3 player, borderline under review. Well, borderline break. Like Eden Hazard is a borderline break. So I have no time for Eden Hazard. I'm all about your boy Zad, and guys, Tuesday. Oh my God, I can't wait Tuesday. When do Chelsea play Valencia? That's a very good point. When do Chelsea play Valencia? Bear with me. Bear with me. Chelsea. So is this on the Monday or the Tuesday? Cool. So Chelsea play Valencia, early kickoff on the Wednesday. Oh my lord! Oh my lord! Now what's it say? Okay, Natsa, thank you for the super chat. So Natsa, tell me, in all honesty, this isn't last season. This is a whole new season. City are just coming off getting clacked by a boy Paul. What makes you say 5-0 at halftime? Now it very well could be, but why would you? If Chelsea gets baptized at halftime, Lampard has to answer for himself, because it would be a disaster if after everything Chelsea have done, amazing winning run, they go into halftime at the receiving end of a baptism. That would be harsh. That would be very harsh, and that would be called for. Guys, Leganes, man. Let's talk Leganes. Let's talk Leganes, man. Let's talk Leganes. Okay, let's talk Leganes. Bro, let's hope that this never happens. Okay, so I pray to the Lord in heaven that this right here never happens. Okay, thank you. Prison. That's all I've got to say. Prison. Let's see here. Nope. Thoughts on Mourinho saying Spurs can win the league next season? Ambitious, and he has a plan. Maybe he has a plan, and I think that he's not far-fetched, because let's be real. Tottenham were on a really good winning run last season. Tottenham should have finished second this season, and Leicester City won it. Like, they just decided just to screw up in that final game against Newcastle, I believe. And Arsenal then became second on the last day of the season, but they should have come second. So Tottenham have shown that at least they are within the vicinity. So let's say Tottenham had been finishing fourth, fifth, all these times. If Uncle Mo said, okay, they can win the thing next, I'm like, nah. But you see, he didn't say they will. He says they can. I don't think they can, because I feel that City and Liverpool are too powerful. I think City and Liverpool squads are too powerful. Now, my thing is, like, it depends what players that he buys. If he's able to, if he brings in Bale, and a really good wing back, like if he gets a really good wing back and Bale, maybe there's a potential. But they need a big player. They need Tottenham are missing a big time player. Like Harry Kane is good, Son is good, those guys good. There isn't a big time player. Like Bale is a superstar. Let's be real. Bale is a superstar when he wants to be. Now, is he on the decline? He might be, he may not be, but you cannot deny the superstar status of your boy. What was his face? You cannot decide the superstar status of your boy Gareth Bale. You can't. Like he's got that thing about him. Let's just rule this real. So thank you much for YNW Abrida Rahman $2 super chat. He says the complicated Chelsea fan will suffer tomorrow. as I said again, I don't speak. My name is HH and half up. I don't speak for the complicated Chelsea fan. So the complicated Chelsea fan, he likes to run his mouth. This guy likes to run his mouth, and I'm sorry, guys, you're going to be seeing a lot more of him. I try to keep this guy quiet. He's coming out there. So, but look, I spoke to him and I said to him, bro, I think City will win. But he is convinced. This dude is convinced that Chelsea are going to lubricate Man City. And he has ridiculous belief that they're going to win. He has a ridiculous belief that Chelsea are going to win this EPL and that they're going to do the double. The Premier League and the CL, man. No, bro, no. It's not that I have some issues with my heating. This is gonna come. Just some issues with my heating at the moment, man. That's the thing. So I've had to just cover up a little bit. But I spoke to this damn electrician. He came and he apparently fixed it, but now it went off again. So I've tried a few things that he has suggested. So hopefully it's going to happen, man. So yes, I know. Yes, bring on all the jokes. Yes, I have my own mini brick academy, so I don't even need to go to Siberia. Let's say, how many characters do you have? Where is the real HH? This is the real HH. This is the real HH here. The complicated Chelsea fan is just some dude. He's just some dude that just likes to pop up here and there. He's just some flipping dude, man. He's sort of doing that there, man. My hairline is all good, man. I told you, I've gone bald, baby. And hopefully this will now be the hairline that I'll be rolling with, man. So what if Barcelona lose to Leganes? I mean, has nobody actually thought of that? Has anybody proposed that about what happens? What if they lose to Leganes? Or are we not allowed to say anything regarding to that? Like, what's if that loss actually does happen? Let me just check whether. Oh, come on, bro. Just want to check whether this thing is Okay, let me check. Just check really quickly whether this thing has uploaded. Okay, it's processing. It's processing. Cool. So with Pochettino, so I've heard Bayern Munich, I've heard Dortmund, and look, thing with Poch is this: the guy is not great a manager. His tenure at Tottenham, I think, is slightly overstated. You didn't win a trophy. You can't be called a success if you didn't win a trophy. Okay, wow, you made Tottenham competitive. Okay, wow, you made Tottenham a team that can be taken seriously. That maybe you could argue that you put them in a position where they can win a trophy. But if you have a striker who is consistently scoring like 30, 35 Gs a season, and every player like Son and Alderweireld and Vertonghen, when they want a world-class defenders, you can't give me an FA Cup. You can't give me a Carling Cup, really? I mean, during the past 5 years, during Poch was around, I think Wenger gave you an FA Cup. Wenger gave you a Carling Cup. So there's no excuse. There's no excuse, So, and if Poch goes to Bayern, what's he going to do at Bayern? Is Poch guaranteed to win to win the Bundesliga with Bayern? Don't just assume that, because I did so well with like semi-average players, I will do amazing well with world-class players. That's not how football works, bro. That's not how football works. Poch is a loser. That's harsh, bro. That's harsh. I mean, I wouldn't say he's a loser. I'll say he's a chump, and he's a chump based mainly on what he did in that Champions League final by benching Lucas Moura, one of the worst managerial decisions of all time. Dortmund are a mess, man. I mean, screw them, screw Dortmund. Those guys are a bunch of clowns. I'm tired. I'm tired of those dudes. I don't want to hear of those dudes anymore. They make me sick. All they do is give you hope that these guys can probably do something. But I think what this shows is that Tuchel with Dortmund were all right. But Dortmund's last great hurrah was under Klopp. And once Klopp left, Dortmund never recovered, man. Talk to me about Chelsea catching that L tomorrow. So why do people think Chelsea will lose tomorrow? So if Chelsea wins tomorrow, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Because then what? Because if Chelsea lose, Chelsea are expected to lose. These are a bunch of kids. These are orphans up against the two-time Premier League winners, the defending champions. If they win, if Chelsea win, I'm putting Pep on the review. 100%. You cannot spend $1 billion and lose to orphans. You can't spend $1 billion and lose to orphans. If City lose, I'm putting Pep on the review. 100%. You have no excuse whatsoever. No excuse whatsoever, man. So Josh, what are you celebrating for, though? What are you celebrating for? That's what I want to know. What's it saying here? Can Gladbach win the league? What do you think of Rose? No, Mauricio Gladbach cannot win the league. I think it's now between Bayern and Leipzig, but I feel that Bayern will do it. But if it's between anyone, it's between Bayern and Leipzig. Dortmund are not in the conversation, and Gladbach, they won't be able to last out for the entirety of the season. I think Danny Rose is he's I don't unrank him. I mean, I don't think he's good enough to be tier 3, but he's all right. You know, he's efficient. That's what I say. He's efficient, but he doesn't do anything out of the ordinary. I wouldn't call him a quality wing back. I'll just say he's decent. You know, he's decent. So what guys are saying, man. 12 points gap. So what if Liverpool drop points? So are you sure Liverpool will beat Crystal Palace? Based on who? Based on who? How do you think they're going to? Shout out to your boy Muntaha, baby. Muntaha, baby. What up, baby? Don't worry, man. I'm dropping that Real Madrid Real Sociedad vid, baby. I'm dropping that preview. Don't worry, baby. Because remember, that match was at 8 p.m. We're going to live Twitch that bench, baby. Don't worry, I'm dropping it for you, baby. So I said, my brother, PSG is making semis minimum. Let me talk to you about PSG. I've watched PSG. I watched PSG today. I put up my post-match analysis in there. Let me talk to you about PSG. Do people ever learn? That's what I want to know. Do people ever learn? Will people ever learn? They will always screw up. They'll always screw up. That's what they'll do. They will always flip and screw up. These guys are a bunch of you, all because they beat Evian, croissant, and pain chocolat in Uber Eats. Doesn't make them Champions League favorites. Ever since the miracle at Camp Nou, PSG have not done anything to make me take them seriously. Hence why I don't put them as favorites. I don't put them as underdogs. I don't put them as outsiders, or don't even put them as side chicks. They're nothing. They're nothing. Get to a quarterfinal, then we'll talk. Get to a semi, then we'll talk. Until then, you're just Uber Eats merchants. You're just Uber Eats merchants, man. We're back. Bricknet's trying to hold a brother down, man. Bricknet trying to hold a brother down. We're back. Di Maria's looking good. I won't lie. Di Maria is looking good. I mean, for me, Di Maria is easily, bro. The way Di Maria is playing, just that it's Uber Eats. So I've got to say tier 2. Because the way he's playing is upper tier 2. But I need him to do it consistently in Europe. That's the problem with Uber Eats. No matter what you do in Uber Eats, I need you to do it in Europe. So if Di Maria can carry on that thingy in Europe, he's doing upper tier 2. And upper tier 2 at this age, I think is damn good, man. I think it's damn good. Hey, man, don't insult my Wi-Fi, bro. Don't insult that. Me this say, can you then win the Champions League against all the odds? Yes, they can. Yes, they have the potential. They have the tools to win it. And I've always said this about Juventus. The way Juventus win it is Cristiano's supporting cast. Douglas Costa is going to be vital. Dybala is going to be vital. De Ligt is going to be vital. Bonucci is going to be vital. Because Juve have to keep it on wax until Giorgio comes. Because Juve can't win it without Giorgio. No way. Giorgio's leadership and presence is needed. Once Giorgio goes into Giorgio mode, man, he basically defends all 4 positions. So, but the thing about this is that Juve can't put it all on Cristiano. Cristiano didn't win anything single-handedly by himself. That never happened. Okay, so those 3 CLs, it was a group effort. Cristiano made a major part, but it was an amazing group effort. Juve, there was no group effort last season. It was just let's Cristiano get the goals and let's just hope for something to happen. So if Cristiano can still shift those G's, and Pjanic says something, Ramsey says something, Costa says something, Dybala is very important. Dybala, stop hiding. Stop hiding, Dybala. You're supposed to be that dude. You're supposed to be that flipping dude, bro. So homeboy has to stop hiding, man. Sarri's a prick. BH. Liverpool to win the Premier League in a cancer? Nope. The Premier League is going to be very, very close. It's going to be very close this season. I don't think there are going to be many twists and turns. Trust me, we are in for yet another dramatic season. Liverpool have a nice lead, but trust me, man, things can change. Things can change. 2 games. If Liverpool draw 2 games and Chelsea and City win, the table looks very different. The table looks nasty now for everyone else. It looks nasty now, but things can change, man. Things can change. Oh, snap. Wait, really? Wait, so is season 3 One Punch Man out? Wait, when did it come out? When did season 3 One Punch Man come out? Holy crap. Hopefully it's on hopefully it's on Crunchyroll, man. Hopefully that thing's on Crunchyroll. Damn, I didn't know. But that's, I want to know, why are people hating on flipping Sarri? Guys, give it time. It's only 1 season. It's only 1 season. And last I checked, aren't Juve top of the table? So Juve are still top of the Serie A table, and they're going to go through the next round of the Champions League. So everything is fine. Everything is fine. So I just now, this is what I always say to people. People don't understand. Conte to Allegri wasn't that big a change. And people need to stop giving Allegri a lot of credit. Allegri almost relegated AC Milan. So all of you guys saying, oh yes, Allegri, whatever. Allegri is always trending. Bro, what did Allegri do that was so amazing? Please tell me, what did Allegri do that was so amazing? You did exactly what Conte did. Oh, you got to 2 Champions League finals. What happened in those 2 Champions League finals? What happened? Oh, you won them both. Oh, okay, I get it. Sorry. Yeah, it's true. Allegri won the Champions League twice. Yeah. So back to Sarri. Give it time. Like, Sarri is a quality coach. Sarri is a quality coach, man. Sarri is a quality coach. Any coach who can win a European trophy with Giroud and Marcos Alonso, you're talented. Because normally people can. Pep couldn't win a European trophy with Giroud and Marcos Alonso. Guys, look, man, that's that Pep guy. We have to have a serious conversation. We have to have a serious conversation. Now, see, this one, so Poch better than Sarri. Can you please tell me how many trophies Poch has won? In his entire career, I think he used to coach Malaga. Oh, sorry, was it the Espanyol? How many trophies has Poch won? Sarri has a European trophy. So just tell me. So Poch is better than Sarri, but Poch has how many trophies? You know, that's what I'm saying. How many trophies has this guy won? Messi takes steroids. Interesting. I'm not touching that because I have no clue upon that, man. Sending questions. I want questions, not any of this kind of crazy crude comments. Sending questions to your boy, man. Sending questions to your boy. Let me answer some questions, man. Sending some question. Okay, short episode. Okay, no, yeah, I'll give it a watch. I'll give it a watch. So it should not play. What's happened to them? They're struggling in Syria. Well, I've been reading that there's some serious internal issues. Ancelotti wants to walk away. The players don't want to play anymore, and there's just some serious issues happening. There's a serious issue happening between the chairman De Laurentiis and the players and the manager. I think the players are with the manager, they're with Ancelotti, but there's just this massive split happening. And you know, what I say, if the dressing room isn't good and the off the field isn't good, it's going to spill over onto the pitch, and that's what has happened. It has spilled over onto the pitch, and it's unfortunate because I thought Napoli could be an outside threat in the Champions League and could be another of Italy's teams. Atalanta ain't doing anything in the CL. But I think with what is happening, yeah, I think Italy's only hope in the Champions League is Juventus, man. You know, so it's unfortunate because you know I really do like Mertens and Insigne. I really like those players, man. Valverde better than Pochettino by a trophy methodology. Not so fast, bro. Valverde coaches Barcelona, and he has Messi. So, and La Liga is almost a one-team league with Messi. You know, so again, like that's different. So Valverde hasn't really done anything exceptional because most managers who coach Barcelona with Messi is most likely that you can win La Liga just based off Messi's influence and his brilliance. So not really a good compilation there. Top 5 players right now: El Dio, Verratti. Still probably say I might say Van Dijk. Di Maria, and probably Icardi. Probably Icardi, man. Although shout outs to Skriniar. I think Skriniar and De Vrij, man, they might be the best defensive partnership right now, man. Might be the best defensive partnership right now. Dortmund are a bunch of jokers, man. Paderborn. Wait, who the hell are Paderborn? Where the hell are Paderborn from? Who's in the Copa Libertadores final tomorrow? Oh, sorry, Lewandowski. Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll put Lewandowski in the top 5. Yeah. I'll put Lewandowski in there. I'm going to put Lewandowski in there. Yeah, look, Kazim, relax, bro. Look at this guy. He's so obvious, man. He's so obvious. So remember, guys, the Open Hangouts drops tomorrow. Open Hangouts drops tomorrow. And if you want to be part of the Open Hangout, reach out to your boy Hazem on Twitter and he will put you in a special group. And then the Open Hangouts for anybody who wants to take part, boom. So the main hangout for the regulars is on Sunday. Open Hangouts for the non-regulars happens on Saturday. And all I ask of you guys is that please have a good mic. I'm begging you, please. Please have a good mic. I'm begging you. Look, this thing is not even coming on, man. It's prick. Flamengo versus River. Um, well, thing is going. I think Sancho is leaving Dortmund, so no, maybe there was also some internal issues at Dortmund as well. The whole Sancho issue, how that's going and everything. So maybe that is really adding to the confusion of stuff, man. Icardi has been amazing. I mean, if you look at Icardi's goal scoring record in Europe as well, because if Icardi was just scoring in Uber Eats, then who cares? Icardi has been scoring key goals in Europe and in the Champions League, and I think that specifically is why you've got to watch him. Although the key thing is to see whether there's a difference between Icardi and Cavani is how will Icardi now do in the knockout stages. Hopefully, he plays against Real Madrid. So I will be looking to see how he plays against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu, and also what he does in the knockout stages. For PSG, I will only critique them against the big boys. That is where I fully critique them to see how real they are. And I just don't trust them, man. I just don't trust them, And I think Verratti should move personally. I think Verratti should move. What else are you guys saying? So Pogba says, I think Pogba isn't injured and leaving in January. Yeah, look, Pogba wants to find a way out. Pogba wants to find a way out of Man United. Trust me. He's just trying to find the right strategy of leaving, but 100% he's trying to find a way out. He's trying to find a way out, and it's like, it is. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. Homeboy is trying to find a way out. He doesn't want to stay there. He doesn't want to stay there. And I think, if you look at the status of Manchester United, do they deserve to keep a Paul Pogba? Do they deserve to keep a World Cup winner? You have to look at the players that are around him. And I think in today's day and age, world-class players have to play alongside other world-class players. It is not feasible in the modern game where a world-class player exists by himself in a team, where world-class players looks around and there are no players of his level. Pogba is not United team, and the only player you can think of that is on his level is Martial, and that's it. But when at midfield, Scott McTominay, Fred Flintstone, Pereira, really, bro? Give me a break, bro. Give me a break. Give me a flipping break, man. Why is Wilder Ortiz tomorrow? Is Wilder fighting Ortiz tomorrow? And didn't they say that Ortiz took some power enhancing drugs or something? Pogba. Yeah, man, that's the thing, man. Your Pinkers, what I think of your Pinkers is that dude, man. Your Pinkers, for me, he's definitely one of the greats. I believe your Pinkers won a Champions League with Real Madrid and got sacked, and your Pinkers also won a Champions League with Bayern Munich. Should have won two. Should have won two. So your Pinkers is one of those rare managers who has won two Champions Leagues with two different teams. Very few people have. So I think that the guys who won Champions Leagues with two different teams are your Pinkers, Mourinho. Who else? So apart from Mourinho and Heinkes, which other managers have won a Champions League with two different teams? Ancelotti has only won it with AC Milan. I believe Lippi only won it with Juventus. Fergie only won it with United. So it's only Mourinho and Heinkes. Really? That's interesting. Wait, are you sure? Are we sure? So only Mourinho and Heinkes are the only managers who've won a Champions League with two different teams. Oh, Ancelotti, yes. Real Madrid, sorry. What was that blanket? 2014. 2014, yeah. 2014. So only three. Only three. So Ancelotti, Heinkes, and Mourinho. Very small club. Very small club. Many managers have gone around. Only 3 managers I can think of have won it with 2 different teams. Only 3 managers have won it with 3 different teams, man. But yeah, no. Heinkes is amazing, and I think. And the crazy thing about Heinkes, bring Heinkes out of retirement right now. He'll take this band team to the semis again. I think he just understands. I think Heinkes just has a very foundational, ground level understanding of how to get a team to be effective. No BS, no pass, no fluff, just boom. Effectiveness, efficiency. This is just how we win games. This is how we win games. Damn good manager. So no. Ancelotti with Milan was amazing though. He had an amazing team. That's why I say, like, look, it doesn't take anything away, but Real Madrid and AC Milan, those are both the 2 flipping amazing teams. Like, Ancelotti should have won it. So yes, so he won it twice with Milan, didn't he? He won it in 2003 and in 2007. He should have won it in 2005. So he should have won it three times. He should have won it 3 times with AC Milan. But that's an amazing Milan team. Was also an amazing Milan team. My God, man, it's like flipping Nesta, Maldini, Seedorf, Crespo, Cafu, Pirlo. My God. What a ridiculous flipping team. See, where do you rank rankings amongst the greatest wingers? He might be third. For me, I think the greatest winger for me is Figo. For me, I would go Figo. But then you have to look at Garrincha, man. Just as I never saw Garrincha play. I was never alive to really see Garrincha play fully. But for those who have seen Figo, Giggs, so maybe, For me, the only wingers I can think of that were truly exceptional that I watched was in Figo and Giggs. Oh, and Jesus Navas. No, joke. No. Not Jesus Navas, bro. No. Like Figo is just flipping amazing, man. Figo is flipping amazing. Like the beauty and grace he had on the ball was just amazing to watch. Absolutely amazing to watch, man. Yeah, so this is interesting. So Hassan says 3 in a row is because of Ancelotti. So how much do we give that 3 in a row to Ancelotti? How much do we give it to Zidane? Because it's the argument that Ancelotti laid the groundwork and Zidane just carried on the groundwork that Ancelotti had. Or did Zidane do enough tweaking to where you can argue that that was actually a personal win for him as well. As I said, Zidane is not the greatest tactician. I think it's a great manager, but for a specific team. I promise you, if Zidane coached Inter Milan, United, Bayern Munich, he wouldn't be as successful as Real Madrid. I think because he knows Real Madrid so well. So maybe he does have a point. Remember, Zidane was an assistant to Ancelotti, so he knew those players for several years before he even managed them. So once you spend so much time with those players, you know the kinds of things to say to them. You know when they're doing well, when they're doing bad, and you know how to improve upon them. So, but Zidane needs to be given some credit, though. Give Zidane some credit. Because at the end of the day, you don't just win a Champions League by pure luck. Some luck is there. Some luck is there. It's not by pure luck, bro. Come on, give me a break. Salah better than Trash Hazard? No, sorry, bro. Hazard will always be better than Salah. If we're talking footballing ability, like all day, every day, Hazard always be better. Like Salah just doesn't have the footballing brain skill, technical ability of Hazard, and he never will. That's just set in stone. If we want to talk about form, it's fine. In terms of ability, Zad trashes Salah, trashes it. It's not close. It's not close. Like Salah is a good goal scorer. Footballing wise, he's not touching Zad. He's not touching Zad. He's not touching Zad, man. Look, Higan has been doing all right this season. But I keep saying to people and to Juve fans, do you trust Higan in a final? In a final, do you trust Higan to score the win? Has Higan ever scored the winning goal in a final? Or maybe he did so in a Copa Italia final. Do you trust Higan in a final? I don't. There are some players who are built for the big occasion. Drogba. You would argue Shevchenko. You would argue like a George Weah. Not Ibrahimovic. Not Ibrahimovic. There are players who that when it comes to a final, they'll say they'll say what's up. They'll say what's up. Does Messi or Cristiano not having a World Cup tarnish their legacies? Tarnish is a harsh word. Tarnish is a harsh word. I wouldn't want to go as far as to say like tarnish. But if after their careers it finishes and they don't have a World Cup, I can't call them legends of the game. Greats, I can call them greats, legend, because I told you I'm retweaking the Hall of Fame. This is how it goes to Hall of Fame. Greats, legend, horseman. Seedorf is a great. Ronaldinho is a legend. Zidane is a horseman. So when all is said and done, see Cristiano, I would put as a great. Yeah. Cristiano I'd put as a great. Messi I'd put as a legend. But both those players ain't horsemen. That's just the fact of the matter, man. Yeah, so that's some of the questions. Like who do you want in a final, man? There are particular players like if I was let's say I was to pick one player who I'd want in a final, like it probably be Drogba. Like it's sort of like players. Okay, like players I would want in a final: Drogba, Ramos, a George Weah, Maradona, Ronaldo, real Ronaldo, not Cristiano, real Ronaldo. See, I wouldn't want Messi in a final. I wouldn't want Cristiano in a final. No way. Like in a final big game, winner takes all. Baggio, flipping Baggio. I want Baggio in a final. I want Weah in a final. I want real Ronaldo in a final. I want Baresi in a final. I want Javi in a final. I want Iniesta in a final. Where I know that these guys, they won't hide. These guys won't hide, and these guys will show up when it's money time. These guys will show up when it's money time, Origi. I'd take Origi in a final. I would take Origi in a final, but I would take Origi in a final. Man, you see, you guys are sad. You're really holding this Ronaldo was never in a Champions League final. Like, guys, use your brains. Which would you rather win, a Champions League or a World Cup? Anybody who says they'd rather win a Champions League than a World Cup is stupid. You are literally stupid. You are literally thick, and you're sad. Anybody with half a brain, anybody with a quarter of a brain, you would take a World Cup because, like it or not, It is the most important and the greatest trophy and the greatest accolade in football. I'm sorry that your goats don't have it. That's just how it is. That's just how it rolls, man. That's just how it is. That's how it rolls. Messi scored. Wait, where did Messi score in 2009? But that's also even if we talk about injuries, man. I was having this discussion with my brother, Del Piero. I believe Del Piero would have been Italy's first true superstar player that would have probably won the Ballon d'Or. Del Piero was that dude. Because remember, Del Piero, like late 90s, Del Piero was one of the best players in the world. Because he was one of the best players in the world. He was amazing when Juve were huge. Then he had a serious injury. And ever since that serious injury, he just never recovered. But so I remember I was obsessed with Del Piero. I wanted to grow sideburns. And now he's all that his thingy. Because remember, I had the 90s Juve jersey. I think I had it, but I was just obsessed with Del Piero. I was just obsessed with that guy and the whole Del Piero zone. But he had a serious injury, man. And then boom. And Real Ronaldo, man. Like my belief is that Real Ronaldo's body couldn't withstand how intensive he was doing stuff. He was doing things at such a high speed with such intensity that I just think his muscles just exploded. Like, with all respect to Cristiano and Messi, Ronaldo was different. And this is what I always say. Messi doesn't have Ronaldo's speed and strength. Cristiano doesn't have Ronaldo's dribbling ability or technical ability. So you see, Ronaldo had the best of Messi and the best of Cristiano, because Ronaldo had the speed, the strength, the technique, the finishing, the dribbling. He had everything. He was literally a machine. He was literally a flipping machine. No, I'm not watching Ian Wright on I'm a Celeb. Hell no. Hell no, bro. Oh no. Best game. Oh, say best game you've ever seen. Easily the best game I've ever seen is still to this day hasn't changed. Germany, Italy, 2006. Amazing game. Absolutely amazing game. And this was 120 minutes, superb. And it was 0-0 till the 170 minutes. Absolutely amazing flipping game. The entertainment was amazing. The amount of chances that were created, the quality of football, you didn't know who was going to win. So much was riding on the game. Superb game. Absolutely superb game. With an iconic finish. What a finish to that game. And the game, I said again, best through ball of all time. Like, two crazy through balls. And it was both in the same World Cup, 06. So actually three best through balls I've seen. So the third best through ball I've seen was Xavi to Jordi Alba, 2012 Euro final. Second best through ball I've seen, 2006 World Cup. Riquelme to Javier Saviola in the Ivory Coast game. And the best through ball I've ever seen, Pirlo to Grosso in that 2006 game. Amazing, man. But that Xavi pass to Alba was insane, man. But that was flipping insane. That was flipping insane. Zidane embarrassed Ronaldo in the 1998. The streets won't forget. No, he didn't. It's literally, Zidane just scored two-headed goals. Now, Zidane embarrassed an entire team in 06, 100%. But in 1998, forget about whether Ronaldo had the whole seizure. Zidane didn't have an amazing game. He just scored 2 goals. I remember that game. He just scored 2 goals, and France, it was even a weird game. France didn't even play well. Just that France were just playing a bunch of ghosts. So France were just going through the motions because they were playing a team who did turn up. So it was a very, very weird final. Very weird final. Guti to Zidane. I think I remember that through ball. The one from Guti to Zidane. So let's see. Top 3 German managers of all time. Number 1 has to be Beckenbauer. Number 2, Jupp Heynckes. And number 3, you know what? It's early, but I'm going to say Klopp. I'm going to say Klopp. But yeah, look, Beckenbauer won, I believe he won a European trophy with Bayern Munich. He got to the World Cup final in 1986 with Germany and won the World Cup in 1990 with Germany. That's flipping amazing. So Beckenbauer, 100%. And Jupp Heynckes, man, two Champions Leagues with 2 different teams. Amazing. Now, Klopp came close because he did get to the final with Dortmund, but, he's on not one CL, bro. He's on not one CL. Let's see. Met any football players. Who have I met? So I've met Shevchenko. I've met Okocha. I've met Kano Wankwo. I've met who else have I met? I think I saw another dude there. Di Matteo. And I think, those are the real guys that I've met. But meeting Okocha was huge, man. That was huge. That was huge. Almost met Ronaldo. Close. I was this close to meeting Ronaldo, man, but I just missed him, man. So I think I saw him. Best header ever, Vumi van Persie in 2014. Yes, because I was about to say Pele's header in the 1970 World Cup, greatest anthem of all time. But that Van Persie header was a ridiculous goal. Like, when you just think of what he did for that, because literally, it's just when you just look at that cross from Homeboy Blind, and how it was a diving header, but not only a diving header where he had to project the ball high enough to go over Casillas and loop him. Actually, Casillas was like, what the blood? Crazy goal. Absolutely crazy flipping goal, man. Look, man, Holland have come so close, man. So if Holland had made that final against Germany, would they have beaten Germany in that final? Nah. Germany were too good. Germany were far too good, man. You met Maradona. Oh, sheesh. How was it, though? How was it, though, man? Robin versus Spain. Look, no. Inzaghi was clutch, man. Inzaghi was clutch. Let's actually thoughts on diving, man. Thing about this is that, look, diving is what you just have to accept in professional football, and it is just what it is, It is something that the Europeans brought into the game. Because I remember when I first was really watching football and everything, I was like, why do these Europeans dive? Like, why are these guys cheating? You're just mainly cheating. But while you're worrying about these guys cheating, they've beaten you and they've won the flipping game. So you just have to accept that it is just what it is. And you've just got to learn how to just deal with it and be better and sharper at tackling. Now, this was way back then before VAR. With the introduction of VAR, it now makes it a lot harder to dive, or even harder to even attempt to dive, because anytime that these decisions happen, obviously apart from the Premier League who decide not to look at the flipping screen, any penalty will be reviewed, and when it's reviewed from different angles, they can easily tell if you have dived. But for me, I think, like, okay, see, on base value, diving is wrong. But for me, the way I have grown up on a mature and I looked at diving is, it's about winning. It's about your desire to win. Like that whole hand of God. People say, okay, it's a hand of God and everything, but it was his desire to win. In Maradona's head is that I want to win and I will do everything in my power to win. That's the thing. That's my power to win. Shout out to your boy X-Ray3 and for that $2 super chat, bro. Thank you, bro. Much obliged, man. So yeah, man, that is my view there on diving. And diving is an art form. Diving is an art form, and you need to know how to do it. If you don't know how to do it, there's no point even trying, man. But look, I said there are a lot of stadiums that I really want to go to, man. And I think it's so crazy how there's a lot of stadiums that I've not been to that I really want to go to. Like, I really want to go to the Maracanã. Like, the stadiums that I really want to go to, San Siro, Maracanã, Camp Nou. You know, those are the stadiums that I really want to go to. But like, yeah, I mean, I've got to go to the Sands. I mean, I just think like, which is why, I mean, obviously it's good because the Inter Milan are in there, but it's like when the Milan teams were not in the Champions League for a long time, the Champions League were missing something huge. Because me growing up, one of the most iconic images was of the San Siro. Like, just that atmosphere going to San Siro was huge. And as much as the Juventus Stadium is a much more effective stadium because the crowd is closer, I actually really liked the Delle Alpi. The Delle Alpi was a really good stadium because I just liked, speaking just the whole huge, massive architecture and how big and massive it is, and the kind of stadium, the atmosphere they have, and whenever the guys bring out the smoke and everything, I just think it's amazing. Yeah, diving is an art form, bro. It is, bro. Says, where will Klopp rank if he gets this Premier League? If Klopp wins this Premier League, man, again, you can't call him an all-time great, but his stock is going to rise. Because I think, you know, for people who are like as great or everything, I think it's about achievements. What are the kinds of things that you achieved, and what is the story of your achievements? There's a great story there of, I was the one that gave Liverpool their first Premier League title, and I've already given them a Champions League title, you know. So there's because I think if you look at the story, because it's not only, okay, Champions League title, Premier League title, it is the way in which I've done so, the kinds of football that is being played, the level of football that I've raised, the excitement that I've brought in. So all those things put together, I think is better, which is why, and maybe may say it's unfair or not, I think managers who win trophies playing an attacking style will always be more revered than managers who win trophies playing a much more pragmatic style. You know, I think in an ideal world, we want teams to win trophies and be fully successful playing an attacking style. Hence why everyone says that the greatest football side of all time is the Brazil 1970 side, which I still believe is true. I don't think any team could beat that 1970 Brazil side. They couldn't, because you can try and attack them, and like you just couldn't defend against them. I mean, Pele, Rivellino, all these kinds of dudes coming at you. Yeah, no way. You know, so that's just, you know, where the issue lies, man. But it will be huge, man, if he does so, man. Nah, Pep isn't finished, bro. Pep isn't finished. But Pep needs to be very careful, because if Pep loses against Chelsea, look, City will win 3-1. City will win. Julian M, thank you for the £2 super chat. HH, if we sack Favre, who should Dortmund get? This is a great question. There's Dortmund are really talented. There's some really talented players here, but Dortmund needs some structure. Dortmund needs some good structure. So Dortmund need a manager who is not going to stifle the offensive weapons they have, but is going to bring some tactical discipline to the team and better shape. Lucien Favre is clueless with regards to a tactical discipline. So you see, Pochettino, no. Pochettino, no. Because again, I think it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Like, see, Nagelsmann is already. See, Nagelsmann seems like he's really on the come up as somebody who's going to develop into a really good manager. Yes, like it's because for me, like, who is really available that they can really get? That's the thing. There's nobody that's really available that they can get who you will say, okay, this guy can really do something and can really say what's up. But I mean, so you may argue, I mean, that Moreno guy seemed pretty good with Spain, because so I think maybe if you get one of these Spanish dudes who can still maintain and improve the technical qualities of these players, but who I think will have a better understanding of defensive structure, But I think it is very important that they have a coach who understands defensive discipline, because this dude Favre just wants to understand defensive discipline. And it's just so crazy because last season, Dortmund should have won the league last season. They should have won the league last season because Bayern Munich were not very good. Like, Bayern Munich didn't win the Bundesliga last season. Dortmund lost it. And Bayern Munich struggled so much, they sacked Niko Kovac. So they sacked Niko Kovac, and Dortmund are still messing up. They're still messing up. And it's crazy because for all Marco Reus has given his club, for all he's given them, all he gets back is brickery. All he gets back is brickery. And I mean, just the thing with management is, like I always say, like, you have to be a good manager, and it seems maybe obvious, but management it just becomes a responsibility. And I think the issue that some managers have is that they are wrapped up in their own philosophy, which is the biggest mistake you can make as a manager. You cannot be wrapped up in your own philosophy. You have to look wide. So do you think America can ever be relevant in football? No. The reason why I say that is that America will see America. Look, and I know much, and maybe I respect. I think America likes to be very independent, and they like to create their own thing. So baseball is our version of cricket. American football is our version of rugby, and basketball is just like our thing. And America at large don't want to embrace what, let's say, Europeans have made famous or anything. But this is what I say to America is this, and I think they have to understand this. There is no way any sport will be greater than football. It will never happen. Football is just one of these crazy rare occurrences where, like, because I was even thinking about it coming, I just got something and just came back. I was like, my God, football never sleeps. Football never sleeps. I was always like every single day there's something happening. Either there's a match being played, either you're previewing a match, you're watching a match, you're reacting to a match, or you're talking about football transfer news, or just talking about general football news, or you're having football conversations. It never sleeps. It never sleeps. And there is so much, because the beauty about football is, and this is the beauty about football, and that's what people guys will get, is the difficulty. Because the closest thing to football in the way that it's constructed is ice hockey. But the thing with ice hockey is that it's too fast. Football, the key thing about football is it is difficult to score. It's like a chess game. And which is why I'm so obsessed with strategies and tactics. Like, what ways can we break down our opponents, and how do we stop our opponents from scoring against us? So anytime a goal is scored, it is a massive release of emotion because it is so difficult to score. Because the game is very difficult to play. So football is difficult to master, and it is difficult to score that flipping G. So this is why it is so engrossing to watch. I feel 90 minutes you just glued to that flipping screen because it is. But it's like America just have to realize that it doesn't matter how many Super Bowls you get and everything. The Super Bowl will never touch the World Cup. It will never touch the Champions League. Like a Champions League final promotes itself. Like the Super Bowl will there's they have Super Bowl ads. It's there. You movie this. You'll be bringing a superstar. The Champions League it promotes itself. It promotes itself. So you see, in the Super Bowl, you have NFL trying to look for acts to perform. The Champions League final, acts are saying, "No, bro, I need to go to the Champions League final and perform. I need to go to the World Cup final and perform because all eyes will be on me." Because it promotes itself based on the huge, massive audience. And it's also crazy that I'm in this space where I've been watching football ever since I grew up. I've owned every single management game. So I'm just doing what I've been doing ever since. So I just think the fact that I'm even making any amount of cash from what I do in my free time is crazy. Like when I'm all I do in my free time is watch films and football and films. That's it. Football films. That's it. And that's what I've been doing for a long time. For a long freaking time, bro. Oh, bro, this is biggest heartbreak in football. I said again, look, it was Nigeria, Denmark, 98 World Cup. Broke me. One of the saddest moments in my entire life. One of the saddest moments in my entire life, horrible feeling. Horrible feeling. And something that I would never, it was so bad that I had to just rethink how I viewed football. Because basically, this is too much. If I'm this emotionally invested, I'll end up in a hospital. I'll end up in a hospital, man. So, yeah, man. Not good, bro. Not good. Yeah, look, man, I'm working on that badger vid, baby. I'm working on that badger vid. Relax, baby. I'm working on that badger vid. Don't just make sure that I've not missed any super chats. Okay, cool. Don't mention that loser's name. I'm begging you. Do not mention that loser's name. All right, guys, last 5 minutes, and then I've got to go and eat. Last 5 minutes, then your boy has to go and eat. So get your questions in. Last 5 minutes, I've got to go and eat. I'm sticking with City 3-1. Complicated Chelsea fan says a lubrication 3-1 City. That's what I'm sticking with, bro. Well, look, if YouTube shuts down, something shuts down, then I suppose I'm screwed. But I hopefully don't intend on stopping, man. Or unless money gets tight and living standards get tight, then maybe I would. Can England win the Euros with it on home soil? They have a great chance. If England can get to the semis, they have a great chance because I believe the semis is at Wembley and the final is at Wembley. So if England can get to the semis, they have a huge chance because trust me, home support is huge. Playing at the home patch is huge. Home advantage will be huge. But as strong as home advantage is, if let's say it's an England-France semi and France have their full team, I can't pick England over France. Even if it's at Wembley, I can't pick England to beat France. England against Belgium at Wembley, maybe. Belgium are still the better team, but maybe. Because trust me, the crowd behind you, the build-up and emotion it can either put lots of pressure against you and hinge you up, or it can actually elevate you. Yeah, I'm going to release the past Liverpool preview. It's going to come up late tonight. So, UK boys, once you wake up tomorrow morning, you'll see it early in the morning. Don't worry. I'm working on it right now. So who should replace Valverde if he gets sacked? Well, I think who should they get? I think they should get Moreno. The Spanish dude who just got sacked. I think that they should get. I think Moreno would be good. I think he obviously has that understanding of Enrique. Enrique was successful with Barca, so yeah, I think maybe him. Pep at Spurs or Nkunku at Spurs, who does better? But you see, it depends on budget. But if I was to say, I'd probably say Pep. Because if it's Pep, he would find a way to get his players, get his teams, improve the guys. So I'd say Pep. I'd say Pep. I'd say Pep. I'd say Pep. So they're saying, oh, episode 3 of Mandalorian is out. Oh yeah, let me go watch that, man. Oh yeah, Ronald Koeman, yeah, Koeman. But because I think Koeman says that he's going to be free next summer. Guys, I'm going to go out there. So basically, the West Ham Spurs preview is going to drop literally in the next few minutes. I just need to upload that. Then I'm going to drop the Liverpool Crystal Palace is going to drop in an hour or so. And then the Real Madrid Real Sociedad will probably drop in the next few hours after that. So 3 previews are going to be uploaded. So again, if you're in the UK, when you wake up in the morning, you're going to get those previews up in there. If you're obviously on the East Coast or West Coast, the next few hours, those previews are going to go up. And remember, throughout the day, I'll be doing my post-match analysis. If you're on the Patreon app, I will be doing Lens live reactions throughout the games, throughout the flipping day. So remember, get on the Patreon app for also blog updates and all the different updates and all that good stuff. Guys, peace and stay true. And I'll see you guys on Saturday for the open hangout and Sunday for the Sunday hangout. Stay true, stay real. Remember to like the vid, share the vid, and subscribe. I'm out, baby.